Hello, everybody. Welcome to a bit of a new format here on Amateur Esports Zone. I'm your interviewer this time around. Strom is typically do all of the week roundups here on AEZ, as some people like to call it. And with you today is quite the British character. We've got Yenny.
Hello.
How are you?
Scottish. Hi,
Yeah,
Joe.
I was
I'm
gonna
alright.
mention Scottish.
Oh, you have to call me
Yeah,
Scottish.
have to. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm alright. I'm not doing too bad, A lot to talk about. So,
Yeah, we are bringing up some interesting topics. We are talking to you mainly because of so much stuff happening around your team and around the British scene in general
yeah.
that you're quite aware of. But like, yeah, we just had too much stuff. You want to just go back to more the Hound days? Maybe give
Yeah,
more of a timeline.
if we're going to talk about the whole journey of where it all started, obviously, the place it all kind of began was with Hound when Reese and Nashi decided to leave the roster after their run at Epic, and me and Ginge were brought in as replacements. We played for a little bit with Russell, and then obviously he departed to Evicted as well at that time. So it was a bit of a weird period of time for us, after joining an original project and changing so much. It was kind of a bit of an odd time, but we eventually got a roster together and we played for a bit and encountered our first set of problems, and we spoke and we agreed to be best to let go of Bubber and Prof, and we ended up moving forward with Woody and Prox for quite a while. They lasted us through the majority of ESN Season 3 and anything else we'd played in during that time, because we missed this season of ESA, so we weren't really playing too much. After we played with them for quite a while, we'd say we picked them up. Obviously, it led into the amazing match where we had Mert stand in for us. The
Yeah,
famous game.
you want to just talk about that quickly, like what happened? I think we've touched on it in the past, but not obviously
Yeah,
not in this type of format.
yeah, pretty much. Me and Mert kind of were okay friends, you could say, because about a year ago now I made a meme on Twitter about him and kind of shitposted a bit about it. It caught the eye of Heroic. They put it on their Twitter. I spoke to Mertz quite briefly on Twitter DMs. Just thought, you know what, might as well ask him if he wants to play. Got a game, might as well. Said he was down and got the time to him. Just played some games, very fun. It's
Right.
all good. It's all good
Yeah.
vibes.
And this was in this was still in Hound, yeah.
Yeah, this was Hound. This was
hmm.
ESN Season 3 against Lip Cygnus in the first knockout game.
Yeah, yeah. You still lost it even after some. I think there was some complaints from the Lupus players, yet they still beat you guys. Not like Mertz was bad or anything, but he wasn't the best player on the server right then and there. Obviously, that's down to him being benched and everything possibly as well.
We got Daniel out of the retirement home to go and play a few games with us.
Yeah. Right. Well, after that, after the ESN exit, you guys, because of Hound shutting down, you guys obviously transferred over the whole team to Evicted Esports. But what really happened, like in general?
So pretty much, I contacted the owner of him, Darren, and I asked him if he would be willing to fund our ESN season for him, and he was kind of very unclear about what would happen.
Yeah, the Hound owner. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was kind of unclear about what would happen. So I just ended up paying for it myself at the time, because I wanted us to have a spot in it no matter what, and I didn't want to risk him not potentially being able to fund it at that point in time. And eventually that turned out to be the case. He spoke to me and said that he'd funded a lot for him that month, which is completely understandable. Like at an amateur level, it's if you fund too much, you stop. That's just kind of how it goes. You're not getting results from anything back, and I have no hard feelings against him. I still like Darren. He's a very nice guy. The org was very, very good to us. It's just that at this particular time we all thought, well, if he can't afford to fund this for us, then what if it becomes a regular occurrence in the future where other teams have had funding and he can't guarantee us? So we thought it would be best if we left for New York, and at that time, obviously, Evicted had their incredibly strange period of time of closing, but not closing over the course of 2 days, and they lost their roster to Endangered, so they were without a CS team. And Cam was actually the old Evicted captain, was a good linking point for me to Alex there, and got us in touch with each other. And through that, we managed to get picked up by the org.
Right, that was, remind me, that was maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, max.
I'd say three,
Yeah.
probably 3 weeks ago.
How do you think things have gone, especially on the server since then, since the whole Evicted move? Obviously, you guys have now had some different moves here and there, but in general.
Yeah. Well, when we had Woody and Prox first playing with us at the start, everything was pretty smooth. We came into it, we played a bit together now, we kind of been with each other for a couple of weeks, everything was going pretty smooth. And then it came to a point where I think Ginge had to go on holiday, and then Ryan had to go on holiday within 3 weeks. So we had a week break, and then a week of playing, and then another week break again. And and that week in the middle, things started to go a bit pear-shaped. There was a lot of internal conflict between people, and overall, it was just kind of a lot of a worse attitude coming into practice. I mean, it's not fully to blame on everyone other than myself. I obviously played a part in it, but it's just how it was. People couldn't agree with each other, and then that led to Woody in the second week of us not playing deciding he didn't want to continue with the team anymore because he just felt rather demotivated, and he, in his mind, he messaged me when the message said that he felt he was lesser skilled than everyone, but that wasn't something we were concerned about at the time. We thought he was a good fit in our roster. It's just, what his thoughts were. I wasn't going to hold any grudges against him. He's a very nice guy. It is what it is. He decided he wanted to step down, and that's just how it went. That obviously led to us looking for a new fifth player, and we didn't have a lot of time to play because this was right before that last week where Prox went on holiday. We literally had maybe a day to get a player. Obviously, this was right before ESN as well, and we played maybe 3 trials at max. We just had to play a game and a bit, or 2 games at most of each, just over a course of a day and a half. And we all felt that Quasma was the best fit for our roster, and we moved forward with Quas in the team, and that was our new lineup going forward through with ESN Season 4.
Right, but after, I think also some bad results, obviously it was a new lineup and whatever, but things like losing to Mouse Plays, was it, in quite a poor manner, and things like that. Do you think the results have gotten any better at all, or has it just stayed, or even gotten worse at times?
So leading up to the Mouseface game, obviously it's fairly impossible for us to practice because we had Ryan on holiday until the Saturday, which is the day before the game, and Quasma literally came home from LAN maybe 2 hours before the match. So we didn't really have a lot of time to do anything. We kind of, maybe an hour before the game, very much so rushed through a couple of things, hadn't played a scrim together yet, other than that one we played in the trial. And we just had to go into it playing what everyone kind of felt more confident playing as individuals rather than what worked as a team. And obviously, we got hit by them playing a fairly good game on Mirage, just kind of what you'd expect from somebody that has prep. We couldn't really react to it at all on CTs, we didn't have any practice, so we just kind of had to take the beating that was given to us and move on. I don't really think that there was maybe in game some anger and some raging or whatever, but I don't think it was anything that affected the way we played, the attitude of the team, because we all kind of, even though maybe not at the time, but after, had learned to accept that this is going to be a thing because we had nothing going into this game, completely new team almost. It's just kind of a hard situation for us.
Right. Well, let's touch on the situation now then, because obviously that was a week ago now or so.
Yeah.
Not quite. But since then, again, even more stuff has happened. Even more, um, just
Yeah,
more in
this
general. What's happened to lead to the point now?
so we can date all the way back to like right at the beginning of when we first joined. Ralphie, as a player, kind of had a reputation for being angry, things like that, and raging or whatever. And over time, it actually progressively gone a lot better from like the standard I'd heard. A lot of people slagged him off almost for it, but he wasn't really as bad as he was made it to be until maybe that last week of practice that happened just this week, where everything kind of got excessively worse than it had been. Everything was really bad. There was a lot of like, even if we agreed to take like a new slate and had a different approach to coming into how we play something to just try and build some form of like team chemistry or team play, there was still sourness left between some of the players, and there was still a lot of arguments and stuff that just didn't need to happen. And part of that was my fault, part of that was other people's fault. That's just how it is. It was never going to move anywhere, it's never going to get better because no matter how you look at it, people just held grudges with each other, and it was just kind of impossible to let go.
Yeah, do you think from first viewing, it kind of seemed like you guys didn't have too much of what you maybe call natural chemistry? Do you think that's a factor why you could never move like
Yeah,
anywhere?
definitely. I mean, when from just like playing together at the start, if you kind of like playing with someone and it works out, you just kind of have that sort of like small bit of synergy there from the start of playing off someone, and that's something that I feel like everyone lacked in the team off of each other. It wasn't just like there were certain duos or certain trios and stuff like that didn't work. It's just I generally feel that all of us together just really couldn't play off of each other at all. We all struggled a lot in that aspect.
Right. Well, we've almost brushed past it a bit. Let's actually talk about the
Yeah,
rebuild,
for
or what
sure.
you'd
So
call it, that's happening now. Just talk about the rebuild.
so
What's
yeah,
happening?
obviously with all the arguments and everything that had happened, and people getting angry with each other. I mean, we still are all great friends and everything, but we just all agreed that the better option for us would be to separate and go our separate ways because of the fact that there was really not much progress ever going to be made at the way we were going. It was more taking steps backwards and taking steps forwards. So we all thought that we were better off just to go our separate ways. And that's when I had spoke to Quasma, and we were obviously very interested in going to the next Epic Clan together. And I spoke to him and I said, would you still be interested in building a new project to go to this coming Epic Clan with? And this led to us picking out a set of players that we thought would fit a select set of all roles, and that led to the project we've started playing with more recently, which is myself, Ace, Quadsmart, JR, and I can't. Well, don't I almost forgot who our fifth player was there.
So yeah, like quite an interesting lineup, I must say. Some more expected than others. You wouldn't even expect someone like Ace to be on there because of him playing for quite a lot of these up until yesterday. How quickly after he left did you guys talk to him? Or did you talk to him even before he departed from that
um,
team?
I'll be completely honest and just like put it out there. Ace was not anything to do with my suggestion. I had nothing against picking him up. It's I kind of put the question forward to Quasma and said, who would you want to play with? Like, is there any players in mind you think would fit specific roles? And he gave me a rundown of what he thinks Ace would be good at and why we should take him. And I agreed. I said it's worth a shot. Obviously, he doesn't have maybe the greatest reputation in terms of a person. Like a lot of people have said, they're 2 cents about the guy, but
Yeah.
I think we can make something work and see what happens. It's worth a shot anyway.
Right. Well, you're competing right now in ESCA Open, right?
No, no,
No,
no.
but you're competing in
ESN.
ESN.
We're
Yeah.
in ESN season 4, yeah.
Yep.
I think we agreed because obviously now the new facet system they have implemented, you can't change your
Yeah.
team. So I think we all kind of just agreed, just like since we're still all actually friends and we still speak to each other, we all just kind of mutually agree to just play it out and see what happens. Obviously, I mean, teams like Scape, they're probably going to have their way with us and tear us to pieces, but we're more so just going to play it for the fun of it and just not waste the time of giving out defaults and stuff. We might as well just play the games and see what happens.
Yeah, so no real expectations really to finish anywhere.
Nah, not at all anymore. I mean, coming into it at the very start, we didn't really have much expectation. Maybe if we had that week at the start of practice to prepare and have a map ready at least going into that game against most players, we would have felt a bit more confident. But just kind of the way things worked out was a bit unfortunate for us. There was nothing we could really have done to change that. It was just a turn of events that had happened. And we just played with the cards we were dealt, and this is where we are.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else to add, Yenny?
Let me think. I'm just trying to think if I missed anything.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do it for now. You can think of whatever you'd like to. Thanks for listening to all of this. It's been a bit, and well, both of us, neither of us really knew how long this would be coming into it, but I think we made a decent 16 minutes or so, 17 minutes, and that is very much good enough for me. Was there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I think I've covered most of everything that
Yeah.
could really be said. This is just how it has to be, and you just have to hope that the team we have now can progress and do a lot better.
Yeah, well, best of luck to that new lineup. We'll be seeing them soon as well.
Yeah, we'll be playing some stuff soon.
Yeah, we'll see about that. No officials announcement yet. It's coming first from AEZ, of course. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you'll subscribe to this quite new channel. We obviously are gonna have this on the website too, but if you want to see some more video content, then you may just have to subscribe. And hope you keep on reading. We do have some exciting news as well on Amateur Esports Zone soon, but you'll just have to stay tuned for that. And that's it. And well, we'll see you back whenever you do. Bye.